Hello, Brethren Village. It's Doug, the ground supervisor, coming to you with an early fall grounds update. And thank goodness, it's finally cooling off. Summer's been crazy hot, crazy dry. It's been a real challenge for the grounds team to get to this point. But what does that all mean? Well, you know, we had a really dry spring, we had a dry summer. The thing that I'm noticing on campus is we're losing shrubbery that was planted within the last couple years. It was really difficult to get enough moisture to it by watering. So we're going to have issues with things that did not make it. And even things that have been planted for a while seem to have been stressed. So the first thing I want you to realize is it's going to take a while to get everything replaced, because it is a pretty large amount of material that I have to go through and decide whether it's going to make it or not make it. So be patient. If you have something around your cottage, apartment, or somewhere on campus that did not make it through the drought, it will get replaced. It's just going to take time. Some of it I'm not going to grade out until next May as we see if it comes back. Usually it's something that you can't decide early in the spring. It's usually about mid to late May till you can decide whether or not the plant is actually going to live. But I'll be going around, I'll be making a list. As we're working on other landscape projects in the area, we will start replacing things, but it's gonna take time. I'm estimating probably it could take up to 2 years to catch up on what did not survive through our drought. Very unusual drought. So I just want to make sure that you're all aware of, it's important to us that we get the campus back, everything planted again, but it's just going to take some time. So be patient. You can let me know that you have something. I will start going around as I'm in areas and making notes. And some things we will not remove until next year to make sure that they are not going to come back. That'll just help us save on having to replace some things. So the other thing that I'm noticing that it's starting with is early leaf drop. I'm standing here next to an oak tree and a redbud tree. The redbud tree that I'm standing under really looks great. It's really good foliage, but the oak tree is already dropping. So I think you're going to see early leaf droppage. The trees have been stressed all summer. They're about ready to take a good nap. So you're going to see leaves going. There's going to be trees that we're going to have to figure out here again. It's going to be May till we figure out whether or not they're coming back out. So if you have a tree in your area that is defoliated already, we're going to have to wait till we get into mid-May, and then it's probably not going to get, if it needs to be replaced, it won't be replaced till later that next year, like fall or sometime over the winter. So the other thing that's coming up is the lawns. Actually, the lawns have recovered. We've had some rain. The lawns are looking much better, but we need to get into our fall feed. So that's going to be starting here very soon, late September, early October. We'll have the campus all re-fed with, get the grass greened up and growing good and getting the weeds. We had a hard time this year keeping after weeds in the lawn. And the primary reason for that is when your lawns are stressed, you don't want to spray herbicides on the lawn to kill the weeds. So we just kind of dealt with the weed situation. Thank you for your patience on that. You know, the other thing with the weeds is it's like us. If we're out in the heat, we don't want to be there. Weeds are not active, just like the grass is not active. So spraying something on them doesn't really help because they're not absorbing it in for them to die. So that's another reason why we didn't spend a whole lot of time going after weeds. You know, what I did notice now that it started raining is there's a lot of weeds that are growing in the beds, in the shrubbery beds and flower beds. Here again, we're working on getting all that cleaned up through the fall. So as always, I appreciate whether you're pulling a weed, gathering up some twigs, picking up some trash. I appreciate how we all work together at keeping the BV campus looking great. So here we are, it's cool, it's fall. looking to have a great fall. So you all get out before it gets winter and enjoy the weather. Thank you.